All right, are we back? I have no idea what happened, but yes, I did get a message on my end that the sim stopped. So I'm sorry about that. Hopefully you can jump over here and find us. Buckeyes have the ball 3rd and 6 here, 3:47. Not sure what happened, but Julian Sayin going to be hit as he throws and incomplete. And holding on the offense as well. They'll back him up or take the 4th and 6. And they will kick the field goal. Again, appreciate everybody being on. Phil Nagy. Nagy on Sports is the channel. Again, I am not sure what happened to the sim. It decided to die, but we're back. Hopefully folks can jump over to the new one. Maybe people will come over to the new one. There we go. Sorry for folks of you jumping back over. I'm not sure what happened. It definitely died, and it definitely died on my end, which is weird. Hey, Black Roz, welcome in. But we're back. Buckeyes kicked a field goal while you were joining back on the new one. Arvell Reese with a nice tackle there. Dylan Jones for 7. Welcome back, Mike. Again, sorry about that, but thanks for alerting me because I would not have known. And then all of a sudden I look up at the screen and it said, broadcast disconnected. Okay. Arvell Reese with another tackle, but a first down throw and catch to the tight end. His first touch of the day. That's Lance Mason. Rockwall, Texas, Missouri State transfer. Hunter Simmons now. Give it up the middle. Dylan Jones, his tailback now. 5 carries, 4 yards. It's been slow going for Dylan Jones. 2:05 first quarter. Yeah, I don't know if I think that may have been on my end actually, that it got disconnected for the first time, because I actually had like an error message on my PlayStation saying broadcast disconnected. So who knows? 10-0, 90 seconds to go. 3rd and 8 here. Hunter Simmons now. Senior quarterback, big shot, right side, single coverage. It looks like Igvinosin is the intended receiver. Look at Caleb Downs fly over there to help play defense. And another punt upcoming for the Badgers here. Camp Randall Stadium, the 2-4 Wisconsin Badgers. Luke Fickell, of course, Buckeye legend Luke Fickell, went down, did a great job at Cincinnati. Probably could have had the Notre Dame job, but waited maybe a year too long. Came up to Wisconsin and really never felt like a fit, and he has struggled there, and it's really in trouble. They're really in trouble this year. Fire left side across the middle to Ennis for a gain of about 5. Give him the 40 to the 41, perhaps, as we trickle down towards the end of quarter number 1. 10-0 Buckeyes. Their road white jerseys. Again, not home again until the month of November. Left side throw. And Max clear. They've got this game, then they get a bye. And then I believe it's Penn State. Or no, Purdue maybe, and then a bye, and then Penn, I don't know. Anyway. They got Penn State as Max clear with another first down, which obviously that game has lost some of its luster. They've got the team up north at the end of the year. Otherwise, it's like Wisconsin, Purdue, Rutgers, UCLA, I think, are their other ones remaining. So, going to be some teams that you got to find a way to make sure you get up for, take care of business. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I have no reason not to think that Indiana won't stay undefeated. Oregon was their big test. Saying now going right to left on your YouTube dial. I have hypothesized this year's Bo Jackson up the middle. Sweet run for Bo. Past the 35, nearing the 30-yard line. 3rd carry for Bo Jackson. It's a good one. I have hypothesized that if they're both undefeated heading to the Big Ten Championship, there is zero reason for either of them to try in that game. Little boot action left side to Claire. 30, nearing the 25. That's where he'll go down. It essentially becomes an exhibition. You're both going to make the playoff. I guess one team technically gets a first-round bye, but we saw last year that Oregon maybe didn't want the first-round bye because OSU was humming by the time they got there. And there's going to be a really good chance that they might have to play again in the playoffs. So why try? Why show your game plan? Like, if I'm Ryan Day, I call up Kirk Cignetti and I'm like, let's just run 2s against 2s or 3s against 3s, a touchdown to Ennis. But Austin Serafeld, I believe, guilty for a holding again, is the holding bug biting both teams now. That's going to take a touchdown off the board and make it 3rd and 17. So if it were me, I would not want to show anything. I don't care if we lose that game, whatever. we know how to get to the playoff and win it all. So it'll be really, really interesting if that happens and they're both undefeated. What say you on the chat? If the Buckeyes and Hoosiers are both undefeated in the Big Ten Championship, should they even try to win that game? Does winning the Big Ten, quote unquote, winning the Big Ten outright mean anything anymore in the land of the playoffs? I say it doesn't matter. What happened last year for us, vastly superior than what happened to Oregon, who went undefeated, won the Big Ten championship, and then got boat raced after a bye. So if it were me, I'm playing all backups, and I'm not showing anything. And if we lose, whatever. See you again when it counts. That's my theory. Curious on what your thoughts might be as well. Out of a pistol now, 13-10 after the Buckeyes have to settle for another field goal. Simmons quickly to the right side, tackled immediately, and actually the ball pops out of the hands of the receiver. On that one, looked like it was Darian Dupree who checked into the game and tried to catch the football. 2nd and 10 now. Give it up the middle to Jones. Jones will get a couple maybe to the 23, 24-yard line. He's actually going to spot it at the heavy 22. 3rd and 8. Back to pass now. Simmons, blitz coming. They pick it up pretty nicely. Simmons fired up the middle. It's picked off. Lorenzo Styles Jr. on the interception. And the Buckeyes return the turnover favor and have a short field. Lorenzo Styles Jr. had to miss the game last week, which prompted Jermaine Matthews to go to the slot. I actually thought he played well in the slot. And then the true freshman Devin Sanchez got to start on the outside. But Lorenzo Styles Jr. back this week, we think. And he just jumps right in front of the route. Easy pickings right there in front of Jaden Ballard again. His former teammate, Jaden Ballard, transferring from Ohio State. Stuck in the back of that wide receiver room. And by the way, he's stuck in the back of the wide receiver room here as well. To the right side, quick little dump off in the direction of C.J. Donaldson to about the 25-yard line. 2nd and 7. Quick little throw to the left side on an RPO to Innis, and he'll get tackled right there at the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle in space for Gayer Latimer. 3rd and 7. Motion coming. Out of the backfield goes Bo Jackson. Sand back to pass. 4-man rush. He'll be hit as he throws, and a flag comes in, and because it's more holding on Iowa. And my assumption is that Wisconsin will decline this again. And the Buckeyes will have to settle for another field goal. So struggling a little bit in the kind of the far red zone right now. Again, the red zone offense issues, not a concern, but it's certainly something worth noting is some of their inability to score when they get into the red zone. Sometimes it feels like it's easier for them to score from the 30 or the 40 than it is from the 3 or the 4. As good as their red zone defense is, their red zone offense still feels like it leaves a little bit to be desired from time to time. 16-10. Give it to Jones. He'll try to go left, and Kenyatta Jackson 4 yards deep in the backfield with a huge TFL. They break the huddle again. Senior quarterback Hunter Simmons, the 3rd quarterback to start this year for the Badgers. Back to pass. Simmons fired over the middle, caught, but holding again. I think Jones out of the backfield. Big run after catch, and Styles will chase him all the way to the 50. We are going to get another holding call. And all right, I may need to turn down the holding slider a little bit. This is accurate to what the game is, but I don't like quite so many penalties. And it's going for both sides, so clearly it's a slider situation. Back to pass now. Blitz coming. Quick little slant to the left side. Caught by Anthony, and Anthony picks up a few yards. 3rd and very long here, the net result. Senior quarterback Hunter Simmons now pointing out defenders. 5 of them on the line. They'll all come. Here they all blitz. Pressure coming. It's Peyton Pierce around the left side. And nobody blocked him. They brought one more than Wisconsin could handle. And Simmons can't get rid of the rock. And a huge sack for Peyton Pierce, who's getting a little bit of love here. Peyton Pierce, kind of that 3rd linebacker who gets to come in for the Buckeyes after Sonny and Arvell. And he's been very good, has Peyton Pierce in his times in there. He's kind of the next man up in that room. And Innis will try the right side. Oh, he's got some space. Watch out to the 40, to the 35, and he'll be tackled at the 35, saving a touchdown. Where's the Badger gunner that time? Wow. Anyway, telling you the rest about Peyton Pierce, 6'2", 230 from Lucas, Texas. Now here's Ennis to the right side. He'll pick up 9, his 5th catch of the day. Ennis almost took that thing to the house. Hey, Jim, welcome in. Howdy to you as well. 2nd and 1, 8 to go, up the middle. C.J. Donaldson will be tackled on the backfield by Christian Alliegro maybe? The musician in me wants to read Allegro. Big hole up the middle for Bo Jackson, piercing him with that inside zone to the 18-yard line, and a new set of downs for the Buckeyes into the red zone. Brought to you by fill in your company name here. I'll advertise your company if you want. Just got to tell me what it is. So right now we'll say that this red zone drive brought to you by pt2. Appreciate all my subscribers. Appreciate the people thumbing up the video as well. Bo Jackson will stretch it and he'll be tackled for a loss. Big time tackle for Howard. That time he was right there. Jamel Howard Jr., the big 6'2", 311-pound redshirt sophomore from the Chicagoland area. Left side throw, holding again. Austin Serafil, that ball came out so fast. How could they still get him for holding, but they could. Oh yeah, he's going to be real good next year. I mean, think about their offense. They're going to lose Tate to the draft, probably. I think they lose maybe 1 or 2 of the linemen to the draft. RPO left side. Ennis can come back if he wants. Smith has to come back. Sayan has to come back. Jackson has to come back. Max Clear probably goes to the league, but you still got Jelani Thurman. Kazmarek has to go to the league, so now you're looking at maybe Bennett Christian perhaps as your tight end too, but you're going to have all kinds of talent. Watch out up the middle. Sayan's got a big gain. 3, 2, 1. Julian Sayan doing it himself. I salute you, Captain. Touchdown, Buckeyes, and they go above 20 here in half number 1. Really nice run for Julian Sayan. He just felt, look at that, all the green grass, not another jersey in the camera until right there, and it's his teammate, and then he gets hit right at the goal line. And Ricardo Holman, the very talented cornerback number 2, got there a little late. And the Buckeyes 23, the Badgers 0. But yes, they got a lot of young talent. There will be some guys that leave. I mean, Caden Curry, Kenyatta Jackson, both seniors. But Edric Houston's a sophomore. Caden McDonald's a junior. Arvell Reese, I'm assuming, is going to be going. They're talking about him being the first Buckeye drafted, even above Caleb Downs, which seems crazy. So Reese and Styles, Downs all gone. Igbenosin will get drafted. Jermaine Matthews could be drafted, or he could come back. Sanchez is back. McLean is back. So they'll have a little bit of turnover on defense as well, but this year they did really nice with the turnover on defense up across the middle on a first down catch. That's Tucker Ashcraft, tight end number 2, junior from Seattle, Washington. Play action now. Simmons, deep shot, threw off his back foot into double coverage. It's tipped in the air and incomplete. It actually almost landed in the lap of Vinny Anthony when he was on the ground. Instead, 2nd and 10. 3:53 and counting. Simmons, screen left side. It's complete to Jones. He'll try to get wide, and Dylan Jones smacked down by Caleb Downs. What a play by number 2. He gets into the backfield so fast. He is so good. I know the Browns have so many offensive holes, but I would take Caleb Downs. Deep shot again, knocked away. Jalen McLean. They'll punt. I know that we need lots and lots of help with offensive line and weapons for the Browns, but with 2 first-round picks, I would be okay taking Caleb Downs with one of them. Put him next to Delpit, or replace Delpit if he gets traded, which could happen. Up the middle, James Peoples, no gain. Good tackle in the middle there by Parker Peterson, the nose tackle. 2nd and 10, under 2:40 to go here. First half, 23-0 Buckeyes lead. 3 field goals to go along with 2 touchdowns. Blitz coming, they'll feel it. Left side throw, caught first down, Ennis. This has had a nice half. 7 catches, 61 yards for the junior captain, Brandon Ennis. Let's see if they want to run another play before the 2-minute warning. They do. Delayed handoff. Oh, sweet spin move. C.J. Donaldson bullying his way after some finesse from the big man. 2-minute timeout. Sayan in a shotgun now from their own 45-yard line. Chance to keep adding to the lead. 23-0 it currently stands. Sayin will roll right. Now he'll fire it out of bounds. Felt the pressure and just decided to throw it away. 1:54 on this game clock. Sayin under center with a bunch to the right side. 5-step drop for the quarterback. He'll fire left side. Caught by Brandon Ennis again, and he goes out of bounds at the other 45. Gain of 10 and a first down, Buckeyes. Spread him out 4 wide now. Back to pass. Quick little RPO to the right side. Ennis again, his 8th catch. Just a gain of 2. They'll hurry up. 128, 127 on the clock. Delayed handoff. Fake the delayed handoff. Peoples. Now Sayin fired over the middle, and it's caught on a spot by Tate. The 32, not dyslexic. The 32-yard line. They continue to move. Still have all 3 timeouts remaining. Sayin back to pass. Good time. Now he'll dump it quickly to left side. Caught by Bo Jackson. Jackson tries to get out of bounds. He gains 2. They'll go down quickly, and the Buckeyes will go ahead and use their first timeout. Smart choice there. Felt like maybe the O-lineman getting a little bit gassed. Go ahead and take the timeout. Set something up. He'll climb back under center. And turn around. Fired quickly. A drag left side. Maybe he missed the drag. Like an incomplete pass. You don't see too many just straight misses for Julian Sayin. Again, I believe the game actually has, he's rated an 85 in the game. I believe he's actually underrated based on what we've really seen from the kid so far. 3-man rush for Wisconsin. Fired, caught by Tate. I'm going to make him go for this because I think they go for this. I think they go for this. A little situational coach mode here. Nagy on Sports, never hurt anybody. All I do is snap it. And then watch him throw it to a wide open James Peoples, who dropped it. Unbelievable. Okay, well, I guess that's not a good situational coach mode moment. I didn't feel like another field goal was where we wanted there, but James Peoples is wide open. He's just got to catch that football. RPO the other side now. Out of bounds. Hit out of bounds. Maybe a late hit gets away with it. It didn't flip the field, Mike. Sometimes it does it, sometimes it doesn't. It's weird. Timeout called by Wisconsin. Sets up a 3rd and 2 here at their own 33-yard line. 38 seconds remaining now. Simmons back to pass. Blitz coming. It's a screen right side. Jones. First down. 40 to the 45, and he gets tackled out of bounds by McLean. Nice run after catch. So their screen game working better than ours is right now. First down up the 47. We try to get themselves into some field goal range. They have 2 timeouts in 33 seconds. Long motion coming. He will run out of bounds. Nope, looping the motion back around. Now backfired over the middle. Dig across for 7 yards and a first down. Now just 3 yards away. Here's Bucky Badger. They call timeout into the Buckeye side of the field now. Not sure what kind of kicker what kind of leg their kicker has. Fired across the middle again. Caught by the tight end. And he's got a short gain, but he's got enough for the first down. That stops the clock for a moment. Lance Mason, again, the senior tight end. 10 seconds, 9 seconds. With 1 timeout, they got 1 more play to run. Left side throw, caught, run out of bounds by Stiles at the 32, and therefore it's time to bring the kicker into the game. And we will see what the young man can do here. Kick is up, and the kick is good. First points of the game, and they belong to Nathaniel Vakos, a senior from Avon, Ohio. There you go, Vakos. Kick is up, and the kick is good. Wisconsin fight song is Mrs. Nagy on Sports' high school alma mater's fight song. They're going to go ahead and kneel here. They'll get the football on the other half. Their fight song was the Wisconsin one. So every time I hear it, it reminds me of seeing my wife in high school. And yes, I knew her when she was in high school. I was young in college. She was old in high school. Anyway, Buckeyes 23, Badgers 3. There's 4 penalties for the Buckeyes, mostly holding, and an offsides as well. Appreciate everybody being on. My name is Phil Nagy. Nagy on Sports is the channel. Only place you're going to find these simulated sporting events, mostly football, with live original commentary. That was the touchdown run from Julian Sayin. It was a good one. And it's what put them on the board, giving them that 23-0 lead. This was the screen pass to Dylan Jones, which helped get them into field goal range and ultimately get their first points on the board. No shutout for the Buckeye defense here. Let's turn it over. Let's put 15 on the clock. and kick it off. Again, thanks so much to all of our subscribers. We continue to pick up more. We are at 1172, the highest we've ever been. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate that. Make sure you keep hitting that thumbs up button as well. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. It's okay. Or like Mike or myself, if you have a couple of different Gmail accounts, you can subscribe from all of them. It's allowed. Fired across the middle. Mylan Graham sighting 40 to the 45 and pushed out of bounds at the 48 for the true sophomore / maybe redshirt freshman. I don't know if he played enough games last year or not. That's 2,000 passing yards in the season for Julian Sayin as Mylan Graham next up in that wide receiver room with a big first down, run and catch. We do not, Wendell. We will not play them again until a potential Big Ten championship. Trips to the left side, turn around, give it to Bo Jackson up the middle. He'll spin prematurely and only pick up a yard. Pistol look here. Julian Sayin in the pistol. RPO quickly left side. Caught again by Ennis, who also spins awkwardly. Will pick up a yard. 10 catch for Ennis, but 73 yards and a couple of short ones. Back to pass, Sayin up the middle, and he'll be sacked. Right on down Broadway comes the defensive lineman, and that is Corey Walker. And Walker, 6'5", 290, transfer from Western Michigan, comes right on down the middle, breaks the double team of Hinsman and Montgomery. Really earned that sack and a good defensive stand, making the Buckeyes punt here on their opening possession. Yeah, Wendell, it's unfortunate. Whatever his injuries were, clearly they were more than he wanted to deal with or were insurmountable. And which stinks because it feels like the last couple of games they won, he had impact touchdown catches in, which unfortunately means the Browns haven't won a lot recently. Simmons now in trouble. We'll talk about it more on the Browns sim tomorrow as he'll dive forward for a yard, but it's funny how everybody thinks Stefanski's on the hot seat, and I don't. This is what we all signed up for. We all talked about how the first 6 games were going to be really hard, which is why they wanted to play Pickett or Flacco. And you're not trying to win games right now. You're trying to get the young guys reps and get a high draft pick. So I don't think he's getting fired at all. I'm not sure there's a record that he can go, even if he went 1-16. I don't know if he gets fired. We'll see how itchy Haslam gets and how much on board he is with the plan. So Dylan Jones up the middle, big gainer again, tackled right at the spot. Jermaine Matthews, they'll say 2nd and 1. No, we're not. And they were pretty obvious about the game plan, which is play a bunch of kids, get them really quality reps, see if either quarterback can be your quarterback of the future. The early returns are that Gabriel is probably a career backup at best. And when they feel like Shador's ready, he's going to get multiple games as well. So you know whether or not you need to try to attack that quarterback position. Your offense is brutally bad. Offensive line is awful. Very few weapons. They're going to try a 60-yarder, 60-and-a-half yarder for Vacos. Jerry Jeudy continues to be one of the worst receivers in the NFL, and he's your $41 million guaranteed man as Vacos misses it, so the Buckeyes are going to get great field position. Isaiah Bond's not looking back at the quarterback. The touchdown pass hits him in the helmet. Fannin is probably your best receiver, and he's dropping key passes at key times. So, anyway, we'll talk more about that tomorrow. Another screen pass, and he's going to have to turf it. I'm going to do a little situational coach mode here. Running some interesting plays. Oh, there we go. Now we got the flip for you there, Mike. Sayin back to pass. Fired left side. Are we going to get holding again? This one's Jelani Thurman. Holding again. Austin Serafeld. Brutal. RPO left side. Caught. Ennis. And he's stuck right at the line. Gain of 2. Dude's got 1 million catches and not a ton of yards. Back to pass now. Smith, can they protect? Fired across the middle. He threw the 4-yard route. Well, that wasn't very fun. Situational coach mode fail. Thank you to the offense and the holding call. Appreciate everybody being on. Phil Nagy. Nagy on Sports is the channel, and more terrible punting from Joe McGuire. Fair catch called for and made at the 24-yard line. Also, that's my biggest pet, one of my biggest pet peeves about the Buckeyes. Why can't we have a dude who just can boot it like 60 yards anymore? Feels like we haven't had a good punter as Jones goes in the middle and runs right into downs at the line to gain. They'll give it to him. Feels like we haven't had a punter who can just blast the ball 50, 60 yards consistently since Cam Johnston. Outside throw, who of course is in the NFL and has been for like 8 years. Holding again. At least they're calling it both sides. Yeah, Ford's on the block. I would say Taylor's probably on the block. Conklin, if he's healthy, is probably on the block. David Njoku's probably on the block, whether you want him to be or not. Heck, at this point, Jerry Jeudy could be on the block. Grant Delpit could be on the block. Shelby Harris could be on the block. Maybe Jerome, big players. They're not going to get rid of anybody on the D-line. They're not going to get rid of Ward. They're not going to get rid of Tyson Campbell now. That's why they traded for him, to have him under contract. Guys, they have like 35 guys under contract for next year. Is a big gainer, but still short of the line. 4th and 7 and a punt. They have like 35 guys under contract for next year, which is a really, really tiny amount. And another terrible punt again. Sheesh. And it's going to take it at the 44-yard line. Let's try a little bit more here. Can we try some situational coach mode without a holding call? All right, Black Roz, you're not getting rid of him yet, huh? Bo Jackson to the edge and thrown to the ground for a loss of 2. Play calling not being super effective this time. I doubt they're going to move Bitonio, but he's definitely going to retire it this year. Fired across the middle. Are you kidding me? Holding again. He gets the first down on 2nd and 12, but now Philip Daniels. The game does not know how good our offensive linemen are. Brutal. Brutal. 2nd and 22. Courtesy of some holding. Back to pass. Sayin. Dump it short. 2. C.J. Donaldson. He'll pick up 7. And now, 3rd and long. Back to pass, Sayin. The blitz is coming. They feel it. Are you kidding me with this holding call business? So gross. Onyewu again. Onyewu. And they were short of the line, so my guess is they're going to just decline it. And I'm going to go for it here because this is crazy. Sayin back to pass now. Left side throw, coming back. Jeremiah Smith and a first down. That was a cool looking play. Really like that throw, that comebacker and a first down to Jeremiah Smith. We got to punch one in the zone here, boys. Play action boot to the right side. On the run, caught by Ennis. Breaks a tackle. Nearing a first down. Maybe a little tempo just to keep them on their toes. Sayin in a shotgun now. Nope, he'll climb up under center. Back to pass. Julian. Fired again. Are you kidding me? You gotta be kidding me. Austin Serafeld again. It's like his 5th holding call of the day. I get it. I'll turn down the holding calls. I promise I'll turn down the holding calls. That is brutal. 2nd and 10. Did they decline it? Up the middle, Bo Jackson. First down. Got it. Fell across the line. Oh, terrible spot. Oh, my. Oh, my. That was a bad spot. Across the middle. And Ennis will go wide, and he won't get it. He needed to cut up the field, and he didn't get it. And we're going for it again. By golly. We're being aggressive. He had a bunch of green grass. He just didn't go for it. Up the middle, Jackson. I don't think he got it. I think I'm short. I am short. Unbelievable. Ugh. Well, My coach mode is not working the way that it usually does because I don't know how to get them to stop holding. Big RPO left side, Anthony to the 40, spun around by Jermaine Matthews. Really nice tackle right at the 40-yard line, gain of 5 for Vinny Anthony the second. He is the top receiver for the Badgers now. Trailing by 20, waning seconds. Oh, picked off over the middle. Lorenzo Styles, he's got his second of the game. 20, 15, 10, touchdown Buckeyes. They'll do it themselves. Lorenzo Styles, 47-yard pick six. And there's the 30 burger that we desperately wanted and needed. Whoo! Just a beautiful route, or a beautiful trickle over the middle to cut that route off. Tretch Kekahuna, which is a sweet name, by the way, from Hawaii. That played his high school football at Bishop Gorman, of course. The Las Vegas area prep school that is very good. Tate Martell went there. Dorian Thompson-Robinson went there. Cedric Tillman, I think, went there as well. It's a high school football powerhouse in the Vegas area. Bishop Gorman, and Tretch Kekahuna was the intended receiver, but he couldn't get there. 30-3. 1:52 to go, third quarter. Buckeyes taking control of this one on the road, which I expect them to. I think the spread's like 30 or something. I mean, those of you who are closer to my age, there was that 15-year span where we were just dominating Michigan, and they weren't even really the most important rival anymore. It was Wisconsin. It felt like we played them tighter. I can remember Terrell Pryor going up there, and we went down like 21-0 in the first half and couldn't recover. And we were very anti-Wisconsin, it feels like, in the early 2000s. Mostly because the rivalry with Michigan was not much. Big blitz coming. It's Caleb Downs. He gets rid of it quickly. Deep shot. Single coverage. And it's caught. And he breaks a tackle. Touchdown, Badgers. What a play from Jaden Ballard, the former Buckeye. Buckeyes blitzed Caleb Downs, and Simmons just threw up a prayer of a pass. And Davison, look at that backflip, the ugliest form ever, but he throws it in the direction, and Ballard goes up and high points it, and then shoves Igbenosin to the ground and runs it into the end zone for a touchdown. Jaden Ballard from Massillon, Ohio, the former Buckeye, and he gives them their first touchdown of the game, 30-10 Buckeyes. Wow, wow, wow. Yes, that was some old school mossing right there. Davison Igbenosin on the wrong end of the mossing that time. .33 seconds. The shove was pretty nice, huh, Black Roz? Up the middle now. Here comes Donaldson, 30 to the 35. Nope, the 34, and he'll get 9. They do not have to run another play before the quarter runs out. Let's see if Ryan wants to or not. He will not. Fourth quarter time here in Camp Randall Stadium, Madison, Wisconsin. The Wisconsin Badgers, this would be the jump around break. Let's see if they do it. Let's see if they do the jump around thing. There they go. There's the jumping around. Maybe they don't have the rights to the song, though. That's not the song that they jump around to. They jump around to House of Pains, Jump Around. Okay, fourth quarter time. Buckeyes with a chance to close it off and stay undefeated. Here comes Peoples. He'll try to go wide, and he'll lose yardage. Daryl Peterson, the third, with a big tackle. He's an Ohio kid, I think, isn't he? Yep, Akron. Archbishop Hoban High School for Daryl Peterson III. Up the middle, Donaldson on a big third down. Ball pops out, and they got it! Wisconsin falls on the football! It's the big man in the middle, and Wisconsin gets a turnover. Parker Peterson, the transfer from Tulane, falls on the football, and let's see if it comes out or not. I mean, I'm not sure they're going to be able to overturn it. There was a lot of bodies there. There's Ricardo Hallman. He's the one who knocked it out. First down achieved. Oh, it feels like he was very down. We're not even going to look at it. Unbelievable. Not even going to look at it. It looked like he was laying on the ground when the ball popped out. Tipped to the line that time by Caden Curry. Austin Simmons. Excuse me, Hunter Simmons. Austin Simmons is the quarterback for what, Ole Miss maybe? Back to pass, Hunter Simmons. Quick throw over the middle, incomplete. Looks like the Ohio State defense is a little PO'd right now. 14-21, they lead by 20. But they've turned the ball over for the second time on the fumble from C.J. Donaldson. Simmons, left shot, end zone, tipped away. Matthews and Downs in the coverage in a 4th and 10, and they're going to go for it. Simmons, good protection, left side throw again, end zone, incomplete. Stiles had given up a step to Kahuna, but couldn't bring it in. Turnover on downs, and here comes Julian Sayin. Motion coming. And they'll fake the pop pass and then give it to Bo Jackson. He'll get tackled for a big loss of 4. Just too cute on the play calls right now. Just pound it up the middle or keep running your short passing offense like this. Right across the middle to you-know-who. Are you kidding me with these holding calls? Serafeld again. This guy's your captain, your Iron Buckeye. That's got to be 6 holding calls on him alone. Moved over to the left tackle spot. 2nd and 24. Turn around. Give it to Bo Jackson. He'll try to go wide. Juke move 20 to the 25. Nearing the 30 for Bo Jackson. Nice run for him. Just his 12th carry. I thought so, Mike, but apparently not. Apparently not the case in the game. 3rd and 12, of course, because of the holding. Back to pass. Sayin. Shuffling in the pocket. Fired over the middle again. What a catch. I think that's got to be some kind of record for Brandon Ennis. 15 catches today now. About 6 of them have been that jet sweep pop pass. But, hey, that's why J.T. Barrett had so many completions to K.J. Hill. 2nd and 5 with another run for Bo Jackson. Trips to the right side for the Buckeyes. Option keeper for Sayin to the 50 to the 45. First down. He'll take a big shot. Holds on to that football, though. Nazir Forkruin from Mentor, Ohio, and a transfer from Grand Valley State on the tackle. C.J. Donaldson, right side. Big pancake from Thurman on that right side at the 40-yard line. Allows Donaldson to pick up 8 effortlessly for the Buckeyes. 10:22 and counting. Sayin in a shotgun. Bo Jackson into the game with him. He'll stay in for max protect. Sayin. We're going to get holding again on a guy that's laying on the ground. Philip Daniels has been a beast at right tackle for us this season. He's like a 72 in the game, which is ridiculous to me. And he'll get called for holding again. So many holding calls. Double tight ends to the right side. Just turn around, give it to Bo Jackson. He can't get around the corner. Oh, he can get. Oh, I thought he was going to be able to get around the corner. Initial contact made there by Matthew Jung, the safety, and a transfer from Bethel College. They'll push him out of bounds for a loss of 1. Here he comes again. Donaldson picks up a first down and more on a 3rd and 11, and no flags on the ground. Everybody gets up and holds their breath. First down, Buckeyes inside the 25. I know, Wendell. What? No holding indeed. Very surprising. Ace formation here for the Buckeyes. Turn around, give it up the middle again. Donaldson, another juke move, and then nearing a first down. Give him 9 more for C.J. Donaldson. And the Buckeyes chewing up clock and yardage now. Like to put some more points on the board, I think. Stretch it left side. Bo Jackson, can he get the corner? He can get the first down. Ooh, bad spot. Look at that. The first down marker is on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage. 3rd and inches. Sayin back to pass. Fire. Tate tries to reach for the end zone. Another holding call on one of our tackles. This is absurdity. 3rd and inches becomes 3rd and 10. Could have been a 1st and goal on the 1. Unbelievable. So much holding. Now we're getting to the point where it's unrealistic. Like, the same dude doesn't get called for hold. Like, even in the Browns, the backup tackles aren't getting called for holding 6 times in a game. I think it's going to be called holding again, incomplete. And it's going to be Carson Hinsman, the center. This is unbelievable. Holding again. They're going to make it 3rd and 20. Oh my goodness gracious. This is not a quality product. But I appreciate you being on. Left side throw, got it clear, first down, back to the 10. He's just trying to pad his passing stat yardage. Just keep taking holding penalties so I can get more passing yards. 1st and 10. Looks like they can get a first down at the goal line. Sayin right side, he won't need it. His second rushing touchdown of the game. Julian Sayin into the paint, and the Buckeyes add on. Man, they're right at the spread. I think the spread is legitimately like 28 points. They are now up by 27, which is crazy. Not that, again, I'm not a big gambling person, nor do I encourage people to gamble on the outcome of our sims, nor do I encourage people to place bets based on the outcome of our sims. But it is right about where the line is. I just find it interesting. That's it. 37-10, 7:03 to go. But anyway, people that are closer to my age, the fact that we're potentially a 4-touchdown favorite in Wisconsin is insanity to think about, because they used to be one of the toughest places for us to have to go to. That's all I meant. Nice run for a first down that time by Jones. He's up to the 40-yard line. 6.5 to go, 3-step drop. Holding for the Badgers now. You're going to get their fair share. All right, holding fader's got to go down. The holding game that had a restart in the middle of it. The best kind of holding game. I'm going to make myself a note that says turn down holding. Dylan Jones to the left side. Nice tackle by Jermaine Matthews. Now it is turned up. The slider for holding is turned up kind of high because the people who do all the research on the sliders that I use for the realismness of the game say that turning holding up and offsides and false start allow the pass rush graphics to look better. I just trust what they put up, so I'm going to go down and tweak it myself because this is their fault. Up the middle again, Dylan Jones. And taken down inside the 45 on the 43-yard line. They sure did, Jim. They had really good teams back then. And, man, they played a certain way. They were hard-nosed. They were going to punch you in the mouth. And in some ways it feels like maybe we broke them in that 2014 title run, right? Where we beat them 59-0 in the Big Ten Championship, the Cardell Jones game, Ezekiel Elliott game. Then we went down and beat Alabama, of course, and then won the national championship against Oregon the first year that they had the playoff, the 14 playoff. So, or BCS or whatever it was, I don't remember. Anyway, but yeah, that was kind of like the beginning of the end for Wisconsin. They haven't really been relevant, and once they went away from the traditional Big Ten East and West, where they could kind of cruise to a Big Ten championship, not having to beat all of the hard teams, they've really kind of been aimless, rudderless even. Simmons throws off the back foot to the end zone, incomplete. Tried to go again to Trich Kekahuna. 4th and 7. You're talking about the holding calls with their consistency. Simmons over the middle, caught for a first down on a 4th down. And 2-minute warning time here in Camp Randall. Guys, I really appreciate you joining me for this one. Sorry again about the false start at the beginning. The first 8 minutes of the game are on a separate video. I do apologize for that. Appreciate everybody being on. And thank you to all my subscribers as Simmons scrambles for 5 and Arvell Reese is there for tackle number 8. 90 seconds to go. Buckeyes are going to get the dub here in Madison and continue to stay number 1. Some people complaining, of course, this week that Indiana should be number 1 because they beat Illinois worse than we beat Illinois, but Illinois also had 7 starting defenders out in that game. Just doesn't quite feel like it should be the straight apples-to-apples comparison. Left side run to Dylan Jones, and he's going to get knocked down. And the Buckeyes will take over on downs, and they will preserve a 27-point victory with a run up the middle of Bo Jackson, and that should do it. 37-10, good guys here on the channel, guys. I really appreciate you joining me again. My name is Phil Nagy. The channel is Nagy on Sports, and the Buckeyes win 37-10. Again, thanks to all my subscribers. You guys are the best. Hit that thumbs up button on the way out if you're going to take off. I'm going to go through. There's Luke Fickle. Doesn't really look like him, but okay. I'm going to go through the stats. Sam was very good today, 78%, despite an interception. Buckeyes win on the road. He also had 2 rushing touchdowns as well. And we'll go through the stats, and I will show you our top 25 if you're curious. I do force win the outcome of all of the Power 4 conferences to try to make them right. Hunter Simmons today, 24 of 37, 248, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Dylan Jones, 24 carries, 68 yards in this one. Yakimelli had 1 carry for 3. Mason, your leading receiver today, 7 for 65, 5 for 27 for Vinny Anthony. Kekahuna, 3 for 24. He also had 2 drops. Ballard, 3 for 89, including the 66-yard touchdown. That was a wild play, wasn't it? Tucker Ashcraft, Dylan Jones, Tyrell Henry, and Joseph Griffin Jr., your other receptors of the football. 13 tackles today for Austin Brown, 13 for Alliegro, 12 for Fort Corinne, and 11 for Tackett Curtis, the transfer from USC. 1 sack today was by Walker, and Austin Brown had the interception as well. 4-year Buckeyes in this one. Julian Sand, 32 of 41, that's 78%. 1 touchdown through the air, the 1 interception, that's 271 yards. He also had the 2 touchdowns running. Bo Jackson, 16 for 61, 9 for 78 for CJ Donaldson. He did also fumble. 5 for 24 and 2 touchdowns for Julian Sand in this one as well. 15 catches, 106 yards today. A lot of pop passes for Brandon Ennis. 5 for 53 for Tate, 4 for 42 for Claire, just 3 for 23 and a touchdown for Jeremiah Smith. They frankly didn't need him, but didn't go to him a lot. 2 for Donaldson, 1 for Graham Jackson, and Turbo Rogers actually had a catch in this game as well. 11 tackles for Arvell Reese, 11 tackles for Jermaine Matthews, 9 for Sonny Styles, including 3 TFLs, 7 for the other Styles brother, and Caleb Downs in this one. Sacks today, 2 for Edric Houston, 1 for Peyton Pierce. The 2 picks, both by Lorenzo Styles Jr. He took 1 of them to the house. There it is, the defensive touchdown. 3 field goals added as well by our guy, Mr. Caden Fielding. All right, let's return to the hub. I'll also show you where we're at with our recruits, since this is the roster we'll take into the future. I have a pretty darn good recruiting class coming. All right, let's look at the top 25 as the game has it. Ohio State number 1, there you go. Indiana number 2, Ole Miss number 3. So Miami was idle, and they actually dropped down to 4 just because they didn't play anybody. 5 is LSU, Texas A&M, still undefeated. Alabama up to number 7. Oregon drops to 8. Georgia up to 9. Still undefeated BYU, undefeated Texas Tech, Georgia Tech as well. So kind of maybe 8 undefeated teams left. Texas up to 13 again, they're 4-2. There's Oklahoma after their loss to Texas. Again, the Red River Shootout, which we're not supposed to call a shootout anymore, I don't think. USC up to 15th. They're going to take on Notre Dame this week. That'll be a big game. Tennessee, Missouri, after their loss to Alabama, drops to 5-1. Illinois drops to 18. Notre Dame up to 19. Nebraska up to 20. Interesting. Nebraska at 5-1. Going up against Minnesota. Michigan drops after their loss to USC. And they're 4-2. SMU, Utah, Arizona State drops all the way down. And Navy, 6-0 Navy. I'm not sure if they're actually 6-0 or not, but they're doing well. And their quarterback went to the high school that's a minute and a half from where I'm sitting, so that's pretty fun. So those are our top 25 rankings. Again, if you're a kind of person who wants to look at recruits, let's take a quick gander at where we're at. I have locked in. He's a 4-star, but the number 2 center, we needed him. The number 1 tight end, the number 2 running back. These are all 5-stars, by the way. The number 3 running back, the number 1 wide receiver, the number 4 guard. But he's a gemmed 4-star, so he's basically a 5-star. The number 1 strong side linebacker, the number 3 wide receiver. These are all 5-stars again. The number 1 middle linebacker, 5-star. The number 5 edge rusher. the number 1 defensive tackle, the number 1 left tackle, the number 6 receiver, also a 5-star, and the number 2 cornerback, also a 5-star. Then I'm first for another 5-star receiver, left tackle, receiver, left tackle, right guard. That's the number 5 right guard, the first center, the second edge rusher, the first kicker, the first punter, and then a quarterback because I didn't have a quarterback on the roster. So recruiting class going well as well. What is it? 25.5, Jim says, is the line. So we covered in the game. Don't make any bets based on me, guys. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much again to all my subscribers. You guys are the best. Join me tomorrow for our Browns sim. I'm going to turn down holding right now, but I appreciate you joining me. This one was a lot of fun. Take care of yourselves. Tonight we'll say go Bucks. And as always, go Browns.